Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to my kitchen. Today I have two easy and really delicious dessert recipes that would be perfect for your Easter celebration. If you're looking for a great dessert for Easter or really any occasion, then just keep watching. First up, I'm going to share my recipe for a lemon bundt cake. I love this cake. It's so good and really moist. Here are the ingredients that you'll need, and I will include the recipe in the description box below with the amounts. You'll need powdered sugar, vegetable oil, a yellow cake mix, and just use your favorite brand. This one from Great Value is a really great price and it's delicious. You'll need some cooking spray or butter or something to grease your bundt pan really well, water, lemon extract, lemon juice, eggs, and then a box of instant lemon pudding. To get started, I've preheated my oven according to the instructions on my cake mix. Now I'm going to empty the cake mix into a mixing bowl. Then I'm going to add my pudding mix, and then taking a whisk, I'm just going to mix that together a little bit. Then I'm going to add in my water, then the vegetable oil, and then the lemon extract. Now I'm going to add in my eggs. Now I'm going to stir that until it's well combined. I started out by using my whisk to break up those egg yolks, and then I switched over to a spatula. Once that's well combined, I'm going to pour this into my prepared bundt pan. Now with the bundt pan, you really want to make sure that you grease it really well. I'm using some spray Baker's Joy. You can use cooking spray or butter or flour. Again, just make sure that you do a really good thorough job of greasing that pan. Now I'm going to place this into my preheated oven and cook it according to my cake mix instructions. And you want to make sure that a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. And here's the cake out of the oven. I'm going to allow it to cool for a few moments before I turn it out onto a cake plate. And as the cake is cooling, I'm going to start on the icing. So in this bowl, I'm just adding in my powdered sugar, and then I'm going to add in my lemon juice. Now with the lemon juice, you can use fresh juice if you like. I always like to use the one in the bottle though, because fresh lemons, the acidity in them can really vary. You can have super tart lemons or lemons that really aren't so tart. So just for consistency's sake, I like using the bottled stuff, but you can use fresh if you'd prefer. You just might want to taste it and add a little bit more sugar if it's needed. So I'm going to mix that icing together really well. And then this is super easy. You're just going to drizzle this over the top of the cake. And here is the finished cake. This is so good. To me, it's even better the next day. This is really quick and easy to put together. And I love it because when you slice into this cake, it's a really pale yellow, which I think is perfect for Easter or springtime. Next up, I'm making my mom's banana pudding recipe. This is so quick and easy to put together, and it's super delicious. First, you'll need some vanilla wafers. You could also use some of the Chessman cookies for this. I know Paula Deen's recipe calls for that. The other day I was at Target and they have a special edition of the Chessman cookies out, their springtime edition. They were really cute. They had like little tulips and different designs on them. So if you can find those, that would be super festive to do for Easter. You'll also need some Cool Whip. This is just the off-brand version. I have thawed this. You'll need some milk. Of course, you'll need bananas for your banana pudding. And then I'm using some banana instant pudding mix. If you can't find the banana, you can also just use vanilla. To get started, I have this large mixing bowl here. I'm going to add in my milk and then add in my instant pudding mixes and whisk that together really well. And then I'm going to set that aside for just a few moments while I slice up my bananas and get everything else ready. And just that couple minutes that it sits aside, it will get nice and thick for you. Next, I'm going to slice up my bananas and set those aside. Once my pudding has had a chance to thicken up a little bit, I'm going to stir in my thawed container of whipped topping, and then I'm just going to mix that together really well until I can't see any more streaks of white. Now that I've got all my components ready, I'm going to start constructing the actual pudding. So in this serving container, I'm going to add just a little bit of my pudding, then some vanilla wafers, then a layer of bananas, and then a layer of pudding, and then I'm just going to repeat that. So you'll want to do pudding, wafers, bananas, pudding, and continue. Now with banana puddings, there's so many different recipes on how to make banana pudding, and there's many different ways. You have more of what I call the old-fashioned way, which is making your custard with egg yolks and then using the egg whites to make a meringue. There are recipes similar to like what Paula Deen does, where you add sweetened condensed milk and cream cheese. And then there's ways like I'm making today, where you just use boxed instant pudding mix and Cool Whip. All of the ways are delicious. I've had them pretty much every which way. I love banana pudding. It's one of my favorite desserts. But this is the way that I like it. Now, that doesn't mean that that's necessarily your and your family's favorite, but I encourage you, try different recipes, see which way you all prefer. I do have a recipe that I will include in the description box below for like the old-fashioned version where you do make the custard and the meringue. And so I'll link it down there just in case you want to try it. But again, just try different ways and see what you and your family's favorite way is. Like I said, this is my favorite. It's so quick and easy, and it's really delicious. Here's the finished banana pudding, and then here is a serving of it. It's so light and fluffy. I highly recommend you give this and the lemon cake a try. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.